It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Midday Show. We got a full house.
I feel like it's a nighttime show. We've been working since...
You've
been here since 7:30 this morning.
I've been here since 7:30.
I know.
I set out some stuff to California and everything else. I got to tell you, we went to that fair at FAU, and all the kids you see in here are the kids that were coming. And I thought we had made a deal for the morning show. I guess I was wrong. I guess it was a midday show.
I don't know. They've been here since 9:30.
So,
well, Sonia's been here since 9:30.
But Sonia has, because Sonia went to do the morning show. But because of the pumpkins and everything else, I just hate this time of year. We had boxes in there. We couldn't get into the cameras.
Well, we also had Home and Soul Harmony. So we have Lisa and Perla. So we recorded 2 episodes of Home and Soul Harmony in between the decorations. And then the doorbell kept ringing. My favorite is Federico Santori said, that's even better than a Freddie said. I have to tell you, Jay, that one goes up in the record books. Federico Santori said, it might have been Kale. Or it might have been one of the guys over there. I don't know.
What
I
are you
was laughing. Nothing. Water.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing. It's so official.
Don't be official, because then
so
I think it's the
official.
cops and I hide in the other room.
It's so official. Anyway, we've got a ton of new prospects joining us. And if you're wondering what we're even talking about, is our studio, Amp Media Productions, is primarily run by interns from our local universities during the school year and over the summers. It's from universities here and there, abroad, and international students. And to spotlight our students and our Amp Media Futures Foundation, we have a fundraiser, which I cannot even believe it is next Tuesday already, at Crazy Uncle Mike's, October 21st at 5 o'clock p.m., 5 to 7:30, in partnership with Duca Del Rey, which is the Del Rey Chamber of Commerce, Amp Media Productions, the Amp Media Futures Foundation, 561 Music Studios, so many great sponsors, Peter Tracy, PHT Live, and a new, we are so grateful for, Working Nurses is joining us as a sponsor as well. So a huge thank you to them. Please come out, join us, buy a ticket, $33 gets you a light bite, a drink, a raffle ticket, and an evening full of music. We've got 561 Music, so we've got this great Creeper Junior Band. They're 3 young brothers, so they are there. It's all about music and the creatives. Our very own band, The Ruse, with Jalen and Josh and Megan and Jose are going to be there. We've got John Justice Parker, we've got Heather Lee, and we've got Dominic Delaney. So a lot of great musical, and maybe even Ricky Balufe. Huge thank you to Crazy Uncle Mike for donating the engineer and his restaurant for 2.5 hours. Proceeds go back to Crazy Uncle Mike, of course, to cover his costs, and the Amp Media Futures Foundation. You can scan the QR code right there on the bottom of your screen to purchase your tickets. So come on out and have some fun with us. It's all on my teleprompter right there. You got all that?
Wow.
Wow.
All I can say is creepy. I heard that part.
So pretty cool. So we got to do Lisa and Perla's show today, which is so much fun. We had Joseph Labruto, and wow, psychic medium. More to come with that. But we have to check in with, I guess, working nurses over here. We've got Carleesha and Michaela joining us, who Jackie told them they were coming for a meeting.
They are.
They are. We're just running
Welcome to the meeting,
cameras.
101.
You know, we have to say a huge thank you, because last Thursday night, you and I are here until about 8:30 at night, and they had a great event across the street from us at the Irishman. And Chuck and Linda said, you have to come, you have to come. We said, all right, we'll be there after. Easy enough, right across the street. I don't know, we left at, 10:30?
I still have a ringing in my ear.
And Michaela was still singing. I don't even know.
Michaela doesn't stop singing. She karaoke's all night.
She's like the librarian look.
Librarian.
Look, the glasses, the hairpin
Librarian.
back.
That night, she ain't with no librarian that night.
She's fantastic, though. You even gave her a request.
That was a setup.
Oh, it was?
Yes. Her mom asked me, ask her to sing
Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey. I said, well, why don't you ask her? She says, no, because we always ask her. She'll do it if you ask her. I said, really? And my God, that was lights out. when she sang that thing. And then I said to her mom, "Could she come and sing today?" So the mics and everything are set up, you know.
Jalen says no. Well, bring it back when you're ready to do it. How about that?
Wonderful.
Nothing to do with
They
your
didn't
skill.
set up. They didn't set up the mics.
We're just lack of crew. Not that you would think we were lack of crew at the moment, but we're a little low on crew at the moment. We've got a lot of new friends joining us. All right, you want to say hi to Michaela and Carleesha?
Yes.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Just bring your mics closer. We're going to make this easy for you. Freddie made some Puerto Rican-inspired coffee. Thank you so much for that. Our hospitality committee, you do a great job.
How you feeling, by the way? After
It's
that,
kicking in.
oh,
Can't
that.
you tell?
No, I wasn't talking about that. I mean, how do you feel after that party? That was a tremendous. Are your parties always like this?
Always.
Always, right?
Always.
Because you guys were singing, you were singing the words, and everybody looked at each other, and they were dancing the steps, and I'm like, this is like a production.
And
that went
everyone
on
was
there.
in red.
Yes.
And if anyone else was there in red, I thought they all worked for Working Nurses, which they didn't all. Like Kim I met, she was, I guess she's your neighbor,
Yes.
but she was in red. So I said,
She
you work
came
with,
to represent with us.
which was amazing. So tell us about Working Nurses Homecare.
So we are a Medicare certified home care agency. We were originally in Broward for the last 5 years, and this year we have expanded to 5 more counties, right? So Palm Beach, Martin, Indian River, I'm forgetting, Okeechobee, and Stewart. So we have those additions now, and we have a phenomenal team. You've met Jackie and Stacy and most of the other folks on our team, but we have a phenomenal team that, I mean, our motto is that we are here to serve and support. So that's why you see us out in the community doing so many community events and having the events that you came to. Thank you for coming last Thursday, because we really want to not only serve and support our referral sources and our patients and each other, but we want to show that we are present and we're serving and supporting the communities that we live and work in.
You offer so many services. I'm reading the card. You have PT, OT, speech, social work, home health aides, registered nurses, transportation. Makes you even more of a niche in the community because not all agencies offer everything.
So not only do we offer everything as far as skill set and discipline, but we also take almost all of the insurances. So as you're probably aware, most Medicare agencies only want to take traditional Medicare, but not at Working Nurses. We believe in serving and supporting all folks, not just traditional Medicare. So if you have Aetna, Cigna, whether it's commercial, whether it's Medicare Advantage, whether it's anything of any type of plans, we take. So we've got help me out. So it's Blue Cross, Blue Shield,
Yeah, we take
Humana.
Blue Cross, United, Humana, Cigna.
You take everything.
We take everything.
Everything.
So you make
Oscar,
deals.
which a lot of folks don't take. We also take Oscar, and Better. We take them all.
Wow.
And so that was really our niche because we saw the need. A lot of folks were able to get service as long as they were traditional Medicare. But what about the folks that are not? What about our commercials? So we are able to support anyone 2 years and older. We are able to provide them service and almost all of their insurance plans.
You know what's interesting? We've never even thought about kids, kids with autism, children with disabilities, special needs, of needing care, because our mind always goes to the seniors. But you offer care to everyone. There's respite care, people who need help with their children who have special needs and
I
they
didn't
need to
know
go to
that.
work.
I didn't know that.
They do it all.
I did not know that. That is tremendous.
It's a whole nother niche market that families need that you don't even realize there are services available.
All right, so you blew my mind now because I was going to say how seniors, you know, when you become a senior, you're really proud and you don't ask for help. And they don't know how to ask for help. My dad did not know how to ask me for help. And until I came to Florida, until I met Dom and met Linda, I didn't even know about facilities or things of this way. In my country, in Puerto Rico, they gave you a sandwich and a TV set, and that was healthcare. That was it. That's all there was. So I was ready to say about how important it is to help seniors out, but now you're blowing my mind with this other aspect.
You know, you remember our friend Nadine Kirby. Her son has Duchenne's muscular dystrophy.
Wow.
Imagine
They could use
if
help.
they had services. I mean, he was diagnosed as a little boy. What it's like to mitigate between 2 working parents, affording health care, what that's like to raise a child, go to work, things you don't even think about people need, and you now offer services for that. That's incredible.
It is. That's
Thank you.
we got to call her.
And you said something, Freddie, as far as, you know, our elders, seniors, kind of being proud. And so one of the things that we are so glad about with home health is we actually provide the care to help folks to be comfortable in their home. They don't have to go to an assisted living facility. They don't have to go to a 55 and older community. We actually help them to age comfortably in their home. And that's with the new line of business that we just launched for our private care services. So we're able to, in addition to the skills that Dawn read off on the card, but we're also able to provide 24-hour care, 12-hour care, 8-hour care, depending on the need that the client would have to just be comfortable in their home and to send an aide or someone to assist them in their home. And I'm doing all the talking. Michaela, is there anything you'd like to add that I may have missed?
No, you covered most of it. But we definitely want to help appeal to keeping that aspect of maintaining that independency, which is so hard as you age. You don't want to give that up. Of course, if there's a need for a community, we are always going to do right by our patients. But if there's services that we can offer to help keep you in the home, keep you comfortable, help maintain that independence, we are going to do that for you. And we work with you. And if we can't do it, someone else that we know can, and we will make sure that we help you. And Carleesha she said it beautifully. We are here to serve and support, and Carleesha's been doing this for a very long time, and I'm blessed to work for someone as amazing as she is. And it's just an honor to help our seniors and all ages in the community. It really is. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of, and we'd love to help you if you need it.
The all ages is a shocker. That blows my mind.
You know what's so great is how well respected they are in the community, because we met them independently, separately, but yet through so many great resources.
Well, everybody knows Jackie.
Well, everyone knows Jackie.
Everyone knows Jackie.
And how everyone loves you guys so much. At the party, you had other home health companies and other people represented, but they respect you so much and they love you that you work together and you collaborate.
We have such a beautiful collaboration with a lot of home health agencies in the community. But, Michaela, thank you for your kind words, but I can't take much of the credit. So my mom founded this company back in the mid-90s, and when she decided to take it to the next level, she reached out to me. I was in corporate America, and she said, okay, I need you. So, I came on board, and she kind of just said, okay, now take it and run with it. She's very active and still involved, Miss Claudette, but we have built a wonderful team. From Jackie to Michaela to Stacy, we've got wonderful team members, from a back office. So I definitely cannot take all the credit. With my mom at the helm and this team that we've built, we've really continued to collaborate with folks in the community to build a great company to support our residents in the community.
Well, you've associated yourself with superstars.
Yes, they are definitely superstars.
I've known Jackie over 10 years.
Yes, she's phenomenal.
Linda, as you saw, she knows everybody in that room. I stood back because I said, take your moment there and meet your friends. I mean, she worked with everybody in there.
Yes.
Chuck, I think, met
you at Work Home.
Workman's Comp, we met Chuck, and I actually met Linda when I was 19 when I first entered the home health industry. Yes. So she saw me from from my start to now. It's
and
awesome.
The war stories that she tells me, the things that you guys
you shouldn't probably reveal those.
Well, no, I won't. But at the bottom line is, until I had met Linda, and I met all of her friends, Jackie and everybody else in that room, I had wished that I had known you when my dad was alive, because it would have educated me. It would have taught me something. And I vow and I promise, me and Linda were talking about this last night because we knew you were coming on today, is that I would tell you, get educated. Because your mom and dad, they're a whole different breed when they cross the threshold. It isn't that they don't want help. They just have a different way of expressing and desiring and make it their idea. It's different. I went to school. I mean, I love the relationship you have with your mom. I understand your mom. better now because I don't understand. But I didn't get a chance to do this with my mom.
Yes.
So when I see your mother and I say, come and see me or let's go see her, there's a different understanding.
It's funny because
my dad
didn't want any help, but he needed it. So apparently I found out that when they would go to Costco, he would walk as if he didn't need help. And his aide would walk either beside him or at a distance and watch him. My mom, she has 2 aides, and she's very happy for them to wheel her where she needs to go, to sit next to her at dinner, to talk about how she has 2 people that help her. So it's different perspective.
You know, the
more the merrier for my mom. She's like, bring them.
You know the cart that they have, the electric carts, and you go in the supermarket and you drive it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my father refused to do this. So I took him to the supermarket and said, Dad, I'm not going to wheel you. My father was a big guy. You're going to do this. He took out shelves. He took out people. But then it became fun. We started to have fun with this. So I said, okay. And me and him used to walk around, and it turned into let's go shopping. My father used to say, let's go shopping. When he used to say, I ain't going to that thing.
That's amazing.
But these are some of the things that you have to learn.
That you all assist with, which is incredible.
Exactly. And you have to learn it. And I love Jackie because I've learned so much about the business. Linda, I've learned so much about seniors and people in the community, and they need it. You know, you should always show a little respect, always. Maybe because I'm going to be a senior soon. You should always show a little respect because it goes a long way.
Definitely.
It really does. And you guys, what I saw was going on that day, and you guys were letting your hair down and having fun, you know, that showed a team.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way it's supposed to be.
And you're going to be joining us on Tuesday?
Crazy Uncle Mike's?
Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Oh, yes.
We are.
We are.
Thank you so much for supporting the foundation. That was so grateful.
It's
because
an honor. Thank
you
you.
see the incredible crew that we have here, what it takes to feed them. Feed them, clothe them, all the things that would help kidding. But yes, clothing, uniforms, food, equipment, software, everything that it takes. So thank you so much. Question before we wrap up. Do you have a commercial? A video commercial?
No.
All right, so we're going to have
Well,
to
yes, the answer would that be yes very soon.
Well, now we get to create a commercial.
We will soon.
And air it. I was going to say, if you had
And
one, we would
voice it.
post it. If not, we're going to
And you can
create
voice
one.
it, you can sing on it. Why don't we do like a little jingle?
We can make a little jingle.
Little jingle.
I'm up for a challenge.
You have a jingle in mind?
Yeah. I'll
Really?
come up with one.
Wow.
What's the best way to reach out to working nurses in any county?
Our number is 954-916-7458. That will actually give you the prompt whether you're Palm Beach, any county. But that's our main number.
Amazing.
You can also go to WorkingNursesHomecare.com.
Check them out. Oh my gosh, they're so nice, so much fun, so many incredible services. And if you haven't entered the world where your parents or your children need care, coordination of care is probably one of the most difficult things. There's doctors everywhere, and then they need OT and PT or speech. There's an accident, you got to call Medicare or DME. To have everything under one service, you have no idea what a gift this is. So give them a call, let them coordinate your
She's
loved one's
going
care.
through it.
Living it, 100%.
Yeah.
So more to come. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
At Genix, we believe skincare should be both powerful and purposeful. Beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Powered by women, made for everyone. Packed with bovine placenta, a rare regenerative ingredient rich in growth factors and nutrients. Infused with collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and coconut oil. Each ingredient is powerful on its own, but even better together. Feel the science, see the glow. Shop Genix now at genixbeauty.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilzen Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilzen. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilzen Art Gallery today.
Nova Fresh Kitchen in Boca Raton is a vibrant, fast casual eatery ideal for health-conscious dinners. With a bright, fresh ambiance, a nutritious and fully gluten-free menu ranging from breakfast pastries to protein-packed bowls, soups, smoothies, and coffee, it is a reliable choice for a fresh, wholesome bite any time of day. You can find them at 625 Northeast Spanish River Boulevard, Boca Raton, or order online at novafk.com.
Looking to help create opportunities for students with a passion for media? Join the Spotlight for a Cause fundraiser. In partnership with Do Good Delray, AMP2 Media Productions, 561 Music, and Crazy Uncle Mike's, we will amplify the talent of local artists, musicians, and storytellers while raising critical support for our students. Located at Crazy Uncle Mike's on October 21st at 5 p.m., join us. Be a part of shaping futures. Be a part of the story.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
How you like all that?
Look at that.
Don't these smell so good?
Yes.
I think these candles smell.
You want to pop this so we can move on?
Well, I'm not going to pop it, but we can talk about it for sure.
All right.
All right, Peter Tracy, PHT Live. Go to your YouTube channels, look for PHT Live. If you love the music and the memories of 50s and 60s, you're going to love PHT Live. Peter is a singer, he is a musician, he's an entrepreneur. He has 53,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel, and his call to action is 100,000. And we are working on getting t-shirts for everybody. And if you are an independent artist or a new artist, an unsigned artist, we're opening opportunities as well to be added to his channel. So imagine being added to a channel with at least 53,000 subscribers. There's going to be enter to win, but first you have to like and subscribe to PHT Live. Peter's going to be joining us next Tuesday as well, and a huge thank you to him for being a sponsor of Spotlight for a Cause.
Well done.
All right, so before we head over to our 1 o'clock hour, we're going to let Helen cook a little bit over there. We're going to head over to this side of the room and say hi to Lisa and Perla and her incredible guest. She had Joseph Labruto, their guest, psychic, medium. She's like, are you nervous that he's here? I'm like, no, we're good, because psychics, we have an understanding.
Well,
right?
he knows all
so
of
you can't peek unless you're given permission, right?
Yep.
It doesn't mean he don't see it.
I said to Lisa, it doesn't mean he doesn't see it, he just can't reveal it unless he knows I know he's peeking. Mm-hmm. Which is pretty amazing.
I want to know how they met him.
How did you guys meet him?
Yeah.
Right, Perla, how did we meet Joseph?
Or she doesn't know.
Joseph.
Well, I met him the same time you met him, but he was highly recommended.
Oh, so you didn't meet him in person before? So we did an event last night, well, Perla did, where Joseph came. I thought you met him before.
No, no, he was highly recommended by one of the ladies that was there at the event last night. And yeah, and when I saw what he was doing and all his books, I got all excited, and then I reached out to him and I said, let's do an event at, with the divas, and it was amazing. I mean, it was an experience where that people were like crying. Okay, yeah.
Not only are we so excited to have met him, but we're going to do things with him in the future.
Oh, yes. You're already psychic. You're becoming psychic. You already see the future. You already see it coming already. You're seeing it coming, right? It's a coming.
Just like I see the purple and the blue. Look at the blue boots, the purple.
Yes.
The angels, Archangel Michael.
I'm so impressed with these two, Freddie. The first show we did with Perla and Lisa took a day. to record, right? It was
4
over
hours.
Like 4
4
hours.
hours of
A day.
recording.
Not
It
a
took
day,
3
like
weeks.
4 hours.
This?
We were two when we first
I don't even think we had
filmed the
AC
very
that
first
day.
time.
No, we
Maybe
didn't
that was the
raise it.
second day. One of the days we had no AC. So
Oh,
imagine
and we were
doing.
here sweating.
It was so hot. They were so incredibly professional. You'd never know it. We had no AC. They went with it. They kept going. And then today's show, you got 2 shows in and out, incredible professionalism. Lisa, we got her with wings behind her, which
Oh,
was
it was an
amazing.
angel.
Interviewed 2
Joseph was
interviews.
channeling an angel for me.
It was so great. Tell us what you love about doing Home and Soul Harmony.
Oh, wow. What do I love? I love everything about it, for sure. I love being with Lisa and being totally the opposite of her. And I
Totally.
like being completed with the things she tells me to do that I don't do.
Never.
She meditates. I decorate.
And she makes fun of my meditation.
No, I don't make fun.
No, not in a
Just
bad
don't try
way.
and make
She
me do it again
teases.
because it's, no, she's really good at what she does. I love sharing all these 40 plus years of knowledge with all of you guys, and that's what she loves to do. She loves to share her craft as well, and I think that's what we love about it. And also the people that we're bringing in our show as guest stars, they're amazing because I always say everything is connected, everything is integrated with home and soul. So it's just an all over, kind of a situation where you guys won't be bored.
Not at all. Not with Perla and me.
Or
We're
you.
both. We're
Yeah.
both a little wild. But what we really want to do is help educate people and give people a voice, because we all have a voice and we all have a healing attribute within us for the world to see. So we want to educate and help heal your mind, body, soul, and your home.
Oh, for sure your home, because at the end of the day, you got to go home. So I might as well, make it all integrated with all the work that you've done for yourself, because it's all connected as well. So
And we can talk forever, but we'll hand it back
What
over.
I got.
Believe it or not, we will stop talking.
Should we go talk to Joseph and meet Joseph, this psychic and medium? I feel like
Go for
I
it.
said to him, welcome to the portal. It's incredible what you do. I love the story you told about your dad. When did you know you had the gift?
I was told since I was a child that I had this gift from my mother, but I was very skeptical through life. And, I was the type of person, typical man, psychics, yeah, right. And, but then, as a child, I used to see spirits. They used to visit me. I thought they were regular people. It's when my grandmother passed away, I was age 10, and she came to me in spirit. And that's when I realized I was seeing spirit. When my cousin passed away, I was in my late 20s. He was in his early 30s. He passed away of a heart attack. After his funeral, he was sitting next to me in my car. He wanted me to give a message to his wife. So he opened up. My cousin's name is Joseph as well, and it's just an Italian thing. You name everybody after your granddad. But that's when I pretty much knew I had this gift, and I kind of embraced it and went public on this.
He knows everybody. He knows Sarah. He knows Hallie, Elise. He knows a lot of people that I've been at least fortunate to meet and work with.
It's funny because when my dad passed in July, my sister wanted to reach out to a medium. So I reached out to Hallie and I asked her, and she said, I don't do that. She says, but let me give you the name of somebody who does. It's going to make me cry. It was you. And I have not passed your name on to my sister because
Oh, it's too late now.
I'm always skeptical when I forward, because I never know my sister's, if she's going to treat people the way
What's
she
she
should
gonna say
treat
to you?
people,
But
right?
he's heard it all.
Right, my sister's a little the opposite of
Oh,
me,
yeah.
right? So I didn't want to send someone's number out on Hallie's recommendation, because I went back to Hallie like, oh, her sister's nuts. I don't know. But now that I met you, I feel like, I've got the chills. I feel like there is a sign that I'm supposed to be giving her your information.
He shows up, yeah.
Right? And and I had never met you before.
And who
which is
did
pretty
you bring
amazing.
with you so we can introduce her?
Well, I want to introduce you. No, this is my wife, Jennifer, and she handles all the operations now in the business, and she gets me going where I need to go, and just says, you got to be here at a certain time, you got to be here at a certain show, and so I couldn't do it without her.
She's very organized, but there's a reason I asked. I knew she was your wife. How long you been married?
We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary for marriage on November 3rd.
And how long have you known each other?
We're on 40 years.
Okay, so I gotta ask. do you have sight like him?
I do not.
Okay, so you're with a man who does this. What is that like living with somebody who does this? And don't worry that he's in the room. What's it like to live with somebody like this?
I remember when we first started dating, we had a long road trip, and I was ambitious. I got those cards that learn more about each other. Oh. And the question was, what's something you can do that nobody else can really well? And he goes, I talk to dead people.
Just like that.
Okay.
Thank you. And that really started off the feel of our relationship. We will casually talk about the weather, and then we talk about people who have passed in heaven and spiritualism, and then we go right back into daily life. It's a mixture of metaphysics and normal life all in one.
So you get to see him work and do his thing. That's one aspect.
Right.
But in your house, is it we don't do this at home type of deal?
So one of the things about mediums that I don't think a lot of people know is that they cannot read themselves. So psychics and mediums most oftentimes cannot read themselves. And we believe that it's because service to self or service to others. If you could tell the lottery numbers and talk to your loved ones who have passed, you wouldn't be helping anyone else. So Joseph cannot read his own people. He can't bring his own loved ones through. And once our energies mixed after about 6 months, then he no longer could read me.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it's something that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
That is interesting.
That's a 6-month book right there, man.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the difference between a psychic and medium for people who don't know.
Okay. I get that question, and I identify myself as a psychic medium because I do both. A psychic will see future careers, relationships, and the outlook of what's happening in your life, where a medium will talk to the deceased loved ones and also channel spirit guides and angels and everything. But every medium has psychic abilities automatically, so we are known as psychic mediums. But some mediums would be called spiritual mediums to take the psychic word out of there. But that's the difference between the two. Medium speaks to the deceased loved ones, channel spirit guides, while psychics could see the future about relationships and careers and so on.
I can't believe she gave me your name, and here you sit.
There you go.
Well,
And you know, my office is right down the street, too.
Is it?
You're right off Yamato.
There's a coincidence right there again. Now, it's funny because I
Should
know...
I apologize to my sister ahead of time?
Don't worry at all. We handle everything.
No,
she's not
great.
going to phase us.
He probably knows it's coming anyway.
Exactly.
So when you met Lisa, because I know Lisa, and I know Pearl a little bit, right away, Lisa, did you ask for a reading?
No, not at all. So what happened was Perla had the event, 20 people were there. I've been to 5 psychic medium healers in my life, never been called upon or get any kind of message. And what he said was, is there someone in the room with a name John or Joe or like a J name that was in law enforcement who passed away, who this person has a message about their passing. And for 23 years since he passed, I've had one question about his passing that I needed answered. And his name was George Jorge with a J. So I waited, like, because Perla knows me and I like to steal the show sometimes.
No.
So I was like, I don't want to open my mouth and be, you know. So I waited. No one said anything. So I'm like, well, could it be George? And then he zoomed in right on me. And the things that he told me about George are just only George could have told me. Like so many things, at least 4 things. So for anyone out there with any kind of skepticism, which we all do have a little bit because we're humans, don't have it when you go see Joseph because he's the real deal for sure.
It's funny, when I met Hallie Elise, it was at a Starbucks. The first time I've ever met her in my life. And I wanted to do it in a public place because, to be honest with you, she scared me a little bit. So she came in and she said something to me right off the bat, the first 6 words that nobody knew about me. No, and when I tell you nobody, not my parents, nobody. And stop laughing. And I looked at her and it changed my perspective on what they do. Then I worked with Hallie, I think it was 5-6 years.
She's great.
And she had a different delivery. She didn't want to do that work on the air. She wanted to guide people. She wanted to be more of a social worker, a psychiatrist, more of guiding, giving you a good path as opposed to you having bad path. But she couldn't choose it for you. You had to choose it for yourself. But she showed you the different paths that they were, and the show went really, really well. It was different. I had never done that before, never seen that before. And then after Hallie moved on, then I met Sarah Spiritual at iHeart, and she's still here. Sarah's still.
Can you imagine having the gift of sight, but you can't say anything, but you know what you know?
That's why you don't have a gift of sight.
Exactly.
You would be.
What's that like? Is that? It's a gift for sure. Does it become challenging? Are you at the grocery store and someone comes forward, or how does that work?
You know, everyone is psychic. They're born psychic. It's developing. It's a sixth sense, but it's working at it and it's developing it. And the more work you put in it, the better you'll get. Even my wife has the ability to. She kind of doubts herself a little bit, but I see it. I see how people gravitate to her, and she gives messages to them. And like what Hallie said with you, like comfort and stuff. But where my gifts, I learned to turn it off and turn it on. I'm not on 24/7. And I'll share the story on how this came out to be. I was watching a movie late night, the movie Beetlejuice, out of all things. And when they went Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice 3 times, I said, you know what? I'm going to have everybody in the audience say their first name 3 times out loud. But I want everybody to be in sync. So imagine a room full of maybe 300-400 people in the audience, and everyone yelling at the top of their lungs, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. And then when they get to 10, they all say their first name 3 times. And it's like it's like a train wreck, but it sounds pretty cool. But it's the last name I hear. I normally like a Karen or something, and then I'll tune into it and I'll bring that person in for that person. And we did that last night as well at the event, where everybody count 1 to 10 and say their first name 3 times. But it's pretty exciting.
That's his on switch.
So you're working with a vibrational energy of what you're perceiving.
Everything is vibrational to me. I sense, I feel. When I see, I don't see physically. I see in my mind's eye.
You get a feel.
But mainly it's like what's called claircognizance. It's a knowingness. So, for instance, when I brought Jorge through for Lisa last night, I have this ability where I stand out from most mediums, where I let them merge with me. It's like the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Swayze. When Patrick Swayze was in spirit and merged with Whoopi Goldberg's body to dance with Molly, spirits do that with me all the time. And I don't see it happening. I'll have Jen go ahead and share a story real quick on that. Anyone you want.
We were in Sarasota about 6 months ago, and it was very funny because, as you can see, my husband is very calm, very stoic, and he's doing a reading, and he's up there, and he's like, I have a Jeff. He goes, no, I don't. I have a Jeffery. And he ran over like us girls do, and he gave her a hug and picking her up. And it was so funny to see when spirit does enter him. It's a whole other persona. I used to joke when I first met him, I'm like, what is this, multiple personality disorder? What am I getting into?
That's unbelievable.
I'm surprised she went out with me after that.
Well, how do you clean spirit at the end of your day before you go home without bringing everything home with you?
I've been doing this for over 35 years, and if I'm doing a show, it's like, thank you very much for coming out to see me tonight. Boom.
And they go.
I'm off. They go. I send them away with everybody.
That's incredible.
So.
All right, tell us about your books before we head to commercial break.
Oh, yeah. I'm an author of 12 books. I got 4 of the 12 out here. In fact, I'm gifting you both. I got each book, 2 books here for you both up here, too. And the first one, Is There More to Life Than What We Know, is my memoir. It's my book that I started with. And it tells me about how I got started, channeling and spirit guides and everything. And each book has its own subject and everything like that. So you want to add?
Speaking to Heaven is his most popular book. It really helps somebody who's interested in what happens after life. How can we speak to our loved ones? What signs to look for? That people have just said over and over how much it changed their life. So it's definitely the most popular.
I don't know, I feel like you're a sign. Here you sit. Bigger than life, right? I got the message from Hallie, and here you are. So, okay, Dad, I got you. We'll set up an appointment.
Interesting. And you definitely, your wife definitely has spirit. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Definitely.
How did you guys meet?
It was a client.
Amazing.
We met and we haven't been apart since.
What a great story. Lisa and Perla, thank you so much for all that you do. Pleasure to meet you.
Cannot do boring. Oh, I wanted to say real quick, we went on a shoot with Perla down in a week and a half ago in Pompano, which was really amazing. And the one thing that I wanted just to say is how hard Perla works, man. I got to tell you something. She was running around. We did 2 condominiums. And when I tell you condominiums, they were like over the water, over the ocean. She's taking them apart and putting them together. And I'm finally beginning to understand how she touches people's souls by fixing where they live. Because the owner came in, the guy was like a star. He was like, oh, this place is going to look unbelievable. And it's the way that she does it. It's the delivery, exactly what you're talking about. The frequency and putting it forward. And I got to tell you something.
Well, how many people do we know that want to meet them? We've had
every
people
day.
coming off the street.
I
Can
got
we meet
another
them?
request.
Can we meet them? And Freddie's like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because if you meet them, you're going to love them, and they're going to love you.
So I can't get rid of them.
Right. He said, so you have to go. He says you have to go through me before I introduce you to the 2 of them.
Well, otherwise Perla wouldn't be able to get in the building because there'll be 15 people waiting for her, and then there'll be a time when she tells me not today, and that'll be the end of that.
All right, we got to take a commercial break. When we come back, wait till you hear this one. Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society is joining us, and apparently Pluto is where Pluto hasn't been since the beginning of the American Revolution. So buckle up, Batman. It may be a bumpy ride. We'll be right back.
Oh my God, Dawn, look at where we're at. We're at Crazy Uncle Mike's, and what's going to happen here on October 21st?
Huge thank you to Crazy Uncle Mike and Do Good Del Rey for being able to help support the AMP Media Futures Foundation right here on October 21st, 5 o'clock. Save the date, coming out. All proceeds benefit the interns and producers of AMP Media Productions. Music, food, drink, raffles, and a whole lot of fun and community. So come on out, check out the stage, see what's happening next.
Guys, you do not want to miss out on this event. October 21st, 5 p.m., Crazy Uncle Mike's. Be there or be here or be square. We're gonna have great entertainment, great food, great drinks, all the above. You're gonna have a fantastic time, and it's all going back to AMP Media Futures Foundation.
Don't miss out on a chance to give back while having a blast. Come join us at Uncle Mike's.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
At Coriander, we bring you simplified yet elevated Indian food, where every spice, every aroma, and every clay oven dish is a celebration of your senses. From the rich warmth of cinnamon and cloves to the depth of turmeric and coriander, our curries are crafted with love, passion, and tradition. Comfort food from across the ocean. Come taste the magic at Coriander. Visit us at 3441 Woolbright Road, Boynton Beach, Florida, or call 561-739-3952 to order today. Coriander, where flavor meets comfort.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape, the perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This Day in History is brought to you by Oldies Radio. (1947). U.S. Air Force Captain Chuck Yeager becomes the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound. On October 14, 1892, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, by Arthur Conan Doyle, is published. The book was the first collection of Holmes stories, which Conan Doyle had been publishing in magazines since 1887. African-American civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent resistance to racial prejudice in America. At 35 years of age, the Georgia-born minister was the youngest person ever to receive the award. The Cuban Missile Crisis begins on October 14, 1962, bringing the United States and the Soviet Union to the brink of nuclear conflict. Photographs taken by a high-altitude U-2 spyplane offered incontrovertible evidence that Soviet-made medium-range missiles in Cuba, capable of carrying nuclear warheads, were now stationed 90 miles off the American coastline. On October 14, 1994, the writer-director Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, a crime drama featuring multiple storylines and a large ensemble cast including John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, and Harvey Keitel, opens in theaters. This Day in History is brought to you by Oldies Radio.
And let's go back. I wanted to touch base with the three kids over there hanging out. There were more. There was 3, 4, 5,
kind of
6.
dragged it on for them for hours.
I know. But I didn't know that we were going to have all these people in here. What? Who? Oh, and I also want to congratulate Heather, because she actually brought me a card from Meisner Park.
Nice.
December 6th, Meisner Park, Ramen Lab. Yes, make sure you stop by because they were nice enough to send us a card. So we're going to start with them. Try to do a show.
Sounds good. All right, let's head to the other back of the studio before we head over to Helen Archer. Let them introduce themselves.
Panel, who are you? Wow.
Lord Farquaad.
You know, that's just an insult to injury. Why would you do that?
That's your face of Lord Farquaad.
The face of Freddie.
You know, they say
the face that
payback.
launched 1,000 ships.
Oh, you're finding this funny? Payback time? We're going to start again?
You said we could do something
I didn't say that.
You said appropriately funny. That's
appropriately.
No,
the key word is appropriate. Anyway.
You see that? Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, introduce yourselves.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you, Ms. Dawn and Mr. Freddie, for having us here today. The studio is lovely, and the team is as vibrant as the artwork on the walls. But I'm Jada.
I'm Noah.
I'm Kale.
We lost 2 at some point.
Yeah, they all had class.
They all had class.
Actually, lost 3. We had class, yes. But hopefully they come back.
That would be great. All right, and tell us what you guys want to do in the world of media and production.
So in the world of media and production, I'm interested in being in front of the camera, so broadcast journalism.
I like to do editing. I like to create content. I like to advertise on social media, anything. Basically, the behind the scenes pretty much.
I also like to make content, and I like to do websites and make websites for production.
I think they all look perfectly for their roles.
Except
right?
for that thing behind them, they're good to go.
The Lord. What did you like? You've seen it. It's been a morning, I have to tell you. Sonia, we haven't even spoken to her yet. She's terrified to be on the camera.
That's okay. She's good where she's at.
This is kind of busy. Is what you anticipated a working studio to be?
Absolutely.
Well, you work
There's
with one.
definitely a lot of parts that go into everything, and it's really cool to see how it all works together.
How about you, Noah?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like the pace I expected. It's like, I don't know if it's like as fast as many places, but I like the pace where it's kind of like easy go, easy flowing. It's like we're just having a conversation with each other, you know? I kind of like that type of feel.
And Kale, you do website design, so you can take all of these things and do websites, splash pages, even one for our astrologer over here who could
Definitely
use her fall forecast to be put someplace. She's smiling. You do things like that?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in building websites and stuff like that. Definitely interested in stuff to make for like the Pluto and stuff like that. Anything that could need a website, I'm down for.
You guys believe in astrology?
Absolutely.
Always about to give you a heavy dose of it. You know, it's funny because when we went to FAU, I wanted to bring back 15 names. That was the goal, 15. So I told Dawn, have 15 kids sign, we come back, mission accomplished, 15 names. How many did we end up with?
I think 75.
Try 82. 82 names. And that doesn't mean that 82 are going to show up, but 82 stopped by, we had a conversation and everything else. There was just so much. You talk about it coming at one time, which is leading up to what you talked about. It came out of everywhere. They came from every direction. The people next to us that represented the school, St. Augustine, what's the name of
the museum?
A museum. They were saying, how do you do it? I says, how do I do what? She says, how do you get all these kids to come on? I says, I just stand here. So it's a major deal that the three of you who have survived, the 7 that showed up today,
that have survived.
They have survived.
Still standing.
And they're still here. It's amazing because what's happening right now in this industry, somebody told me this earlier today, that she was here, she hasn't been here for a while, it's changing. The game is again changing. Everything is changing about what we're doing. And you have to stay up with it to make sure that you are part of the change, otherwise you get left behind. So
thank you guys for putting up with the ins and outs, the in and out of the studio, and Freddie and out, and then me in, and then remiking and doing.
Heather was there.
He thinks it's pretty much of a calm day. And then the funny thing is it will calm down here for a few hours and then full swing again. So it definitely has its ebbs and flows. So scheduling becomes a little more complicated because if you come in from 2 to 4, it can be like quiet, right? You come in between 9 and 2, and then the 2 to 4 group says, what am I going to do? Ebbs and
then
flows.
9 to 4, you saw what happened this morning. I need aspirin.
I found you eating in the back, eating 2 spoonfuls of yogurt.
And she
you
tells
haven't
me,
even eaten today.
I was having a yogurt. And she says, we got to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm going.
He hasn't even had time for breakfast, and it's 12:30, and we're heading out on the studio.
But there are days like this. But you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I would not have it any other way.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to talk to Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society. Helen texted me yesterday. We were in the middle of doing Sally's show and talking about Pluto, and where Pluto is right now has not been here since the beginning of the American Revolution. I was afraid to ask her what that meant. The hostages were released. I know we're still in negotiations in the Middle East, and yes, if we found the show that she talked about it last year, that things were going to be changing in the Middle East. It was in the middle of chaos.
Well,
here we are.
Let's roll her.
So let's bring her over.
Let's roll her open because there's something that she said to me that I want to let them know actually happened.
All right, let's roll it. And we're back. All right, Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society is joining us. All right, what's going on, Helen?
Now, before we start, Helen, you said to me about 8 months ago, in January, February, when the president was talking and all this conflict was going on, you had said to me that it's going to come a day when the law and order is going to happen and people are going to come back and turn over all of these crazy people and people are going to get
a revolt,
together.
She said.
It was more than a revolt. It's like an uprising.
The people were going to speak their minds.
So the president was talking about the accord, Hamas and whatever, and taking the bows the way he does, and you know he's the best and what have you. And then he says something that I found really interesting. He has stopped 8 conflicts this year, 8 other wars. And I said, what? And I looked them up. And I'll be damned, he did. I'll be damned, he did. And I remember you telling me that during the year, at the end of this thing, there are going to be a number of wars that are going to be resolved. And people are going to be this and this. And I thought you were completely out of your mind. And I see what he did with the invasion of Congo. These are things that don't hit the news. But there are these different things that have been resolved under this administration. And he's giving Rubio all the credit. It just blew my mind yesterday because I saw your face on my TV screen saying, she said that, and she said that. So this thing with the planets, it actually works. Scary enough.
It is. So what happened was, and I mentioned this when Pluto first went into Aquarius at the beginning of the year, that there was going to be uprisings, that there was going to be more democracy, that the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was just before the American Revolution, when they were organizing the freedom and the Constitution and everything. And it was freedom and democracy for all. And they, got rid of the tyranny, they got rid of the king controlling and the taxes and whatever. So Pluto in Aquarius is the planet of freedom. It's a utopian aspect where people want everybody to be happy, where people want peace and prosperity for everyone. And so that's what is happening. So we're entering the Aquarian age, and it's a new world order. As I said, there'll be uprisings, tyranny will be overthrown or overcome, and people will have peace and freedom and love.
Because of Pluto. So it's going to get resolved in the Middle East. What about all the things that are going on in the U.S., all this government shutdown and infighting?
So last week we talked about Uranus being in Gemini, and the country, the horoscope of the country, July 4th, 1776. We have 2 planets in Gemini, which rules the 2 parties. And with Uranus, there's like an uprising and an explosion, explosive attitudes and changes in government. And so the 2 factions are like at war with each other, but they're going to come together, and the outcome will be a better society and more equity and freedom for everyone.
Is this going to happen sooner rather than later?
It's a 7-year cycle, so it's it's just the beginning of the cycle. And I also said last May, it was April or May, that Uranus was in the last degrees of Taurus, and Taurus is the sign that rules Israel, so they were going to be fighting the last battle. And after that, when Uranus changed signs into Gemini, there should be more peace and prosperity and commerce and communication, and that's what's happening. But also what's happening is Uranus is backwards, and it just went into a couple degrees of Gemini, and now it's going backwards into Taurus. So for the rest of the year, it's going to be in Taurus. So now we're doing the negotiations and we're doing the final phases, which will lead to the peace and prosperity and freedom for everybody that these 2 planets promise.
Wow.
It's interesting because I think that the administration must be watching you, because they come to the understanding that if you take 2 fighting entities and you harmonize them with the help of others, and I don't mean one country, there was a lot of countries that had to get together to help put this Hamas thing to bed. A lot of countries, a lot of assurances from other countries and everything else. And I think that the philosophy now is going towards the other war, which is Putin and Ukraine, because they contacted Turkey. And so I sit there and I'm listening to this, because with Turkey, they are on our side, they're a NATO country, and then they deal with Putin and everything else that goes in there. And what they think they want to do is they want to talk to what they're working on to include everybody, including Russia. To get everybody on this page that you don't have to attack one another and kill one another violently to get things accomplished. Because if you're looking to make something happen in a piece of property, a land, or businesses and everything else, blowing it to smithereens is not the way of doing it. And I think that they're beginning to understand that after so many wars, it doesn't get anywhere. So again, I attribute this to a lot of the things that you said back when. I thought you were completely nuts, because I didn't see any of these guys step down and say, you know, why don't we try it a different way? But maybe it's the beginning of something. I just got to say, it worked this one time.
And it's just the beginning. We're just stepping into the Aquarian age. The other thing that's very interesting and really not a coincidence is we are now in the sign of Libra. Monday, Venus went into Libra. Libra is the sign of harmony, of diplomacy, of contracts, of coming together of two sides in the middle, of everybody benefiting. And so it's no coincidence that this peace deal was signed during the sign of Libra.
Wow. What birthday is it? Anybody got a birthday? Any birthdays come? Who?
Oh my gosh, I just my friend happy birthday.
Wow. What is it, Libra now?
Libra.
So
we have
nobody's
Sun
in Libra in
and
here?
Sun and Venus in Libra. So this is wonderful for Libra. Libra is the sign of entertaining, of social life, of art galleries. And when I think of Libra, I think of somebody dressed elegantly, sipping wine and eating cheese at an art gallery event. This is like Libra. Libra is decorating. Libra is glamour and makeup and cosmetics, fine food, fine art. These are all the things that Libra rules.
Are you a Libra? You should be.
No, she's an Aries.
She should.
She's opposite.
You should be
So
a Libra.
Aries also benefits through the opposition. They benefit through partnerships and through doing deals with people.
Really?
Signing contracts. Now is a great time to work out legal contracts and negotiations.
Take out the pen. So this
Spotlight
is why
for a
you
cause.
guys planned this at this time?
And it's also the new moon in Libra, so we have double Libra, triple Libra.
So you think that this? So are you?
No, this is just a
anticipating-
coincidence.
It is not.
Truly.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Do Good Delray.
No. You guys planned this.
Do Good Delray is in October, and it was one of the only dates open on a Tuesday night when our salesperson said it needed to be on a Tuesday night, who's not here anymore, and that's how this came to be. But then we checked with Helen, and she said it was a good date to have this.
So you didn't put this together with Helen?
No.
Impossible. You got a Do Delray. You got Crazy Uncle Mike's. You have the event. You got all of these things just happen on
Come on,
October
Joseph
21st.
Lagruda walked in here, and that was the name Hallie Elise gave me.
Oh, that's just more oomph to the oomph.
Isn't
that's
that
all.
just crazy, too? Can we get another light over here? Can we just move one of those lights, guys, please?
Why, you're a little dark?
I'm a little dark.
You're a little dark? You're such a Libra.
Or just turn it around, Heather, even.
Yeah, just turn it around.
So the other thing that we have happening now is we have 2 grand trines.
2 what?
Grand trines. So these are planets that are 120 degrees apart, which is like a triangle. So it's called a grand trine. We have all 3 points of the triangle where there's planets. So we have Saturn in Pisces, a water sign. We have Jupiter in Cancer, a water sign. And we have Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, water signs. So we have a grand water trine. And the water signs are the signs of emotion, of family, of caring, of empathy, of psychic ability, and also of extreme creative energies. So that's why all these creative projects are coming due, and we're doing really well, and we have social acceptance because we have the Sun and Venus in Libra, which is an air sign. We have Pluto in Aquarius, which is an air sign. And we have Uranus in Gemini, which is an air sign. So we also have a grand air trine. Now, the air signs are the signs of the mind, of mentality, of communication, of cooperation, of socializing and broadcasting and journalism and writing. That's what all the air signs are. So now is also a very good time if you're going to start a new course of study in education. This is a good time to start.
This is for everybody?
This is in general for everybody.
So you guys are picking the right moment.
You know, Helen, we went to the career fair last week. There were about 80 businesses. We were the only media company at the entire career fair. We had a line at one point 6 students deep. People left because no one was at their table. We were there until the very, very end, and I think some of the best people we met we met you, I think Kale right in the beginning, and I think Jada, you were right at the end. So it's like everyone in the middle. It was crazy busy, and it goes with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like I said, Libra is a sign of partnerships. Libra is a sign of romance. Excuse me. So now is a good time for relationships.
Heather, relationship you.
Why Heather?
I'm going to get Heather married before the end of the year.
The thing with Libra is you try to please people. You are self-effacing, so you don't always take care of your own needs. You're trying to please the partner. You're trying to please others. You're trying to have diplomacy and harmony and cooperation, but sometimes your efforts are for people that don't appreciate it, that no matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. So if that's the case, stop doing things for those people and do more for yourself.
Oh, it's a nice message.
Listen to be like. I just heard the part, take the pen out and sign contracts. Do you know there is times that she tells us don't sign a deal, and I throw away the pen. And I tell people, okay, we'll do this, but not today. And they're like, what? No, we don't sign it today.
Well, come November, when you go into Mercury retrograde, contracts, weddings, negotiations, so we got a couple weeks through October to get through all of this.
Why you got to bring this up? Why you got to do that?
That's what she told us last
Yeah, why
week.
you gotta do that?
So the other thing is today and tomorrow the moon is in Leo, which is wonderful with Libra. And so it's really great for romance. It's really great to get to know people and do your social life. And then on Thursday, the moon goes into Virgo. So now that's in positive aspect with Mercury and Mars in Scorpio. So Thursday and Friday is the time to get the work done, to settle down, to get the details in place, and to figure out how we're going to complete our projects and get everything done.
There you go, Heather. You'll be married by Friday, baby.
I don't know. I think we're going to be making centerpieces Thursday and Friday, getting ready for Tuesday.
We're making centerpieces.
Centerpieces. Fairy lights, all kinds of cool things.
For the tables?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. Detail City doesn't deal with the details.
No.
The devil is in the details.
The devil may be any way he wants. I ain't in there.
He's the visionary. He's the creative mind.
I'm thinking about axe throwing in the parking lot. I'm thinking about
And I'm
big
putting
things.
fairy lights.
And you're
Yeah,
putting
that's
fairy
why
lights
we've
on
been
the
together
table.
for 10 years. All right, what else do we got?
What else have we got? Isn't that enough?
That was plenty, but I don't want to interrupt you if you got more.
So the other thing is that the new moon in Libra is on the 21st, which is the date of our Spotlight for a Cause. So we're going to have a very successful and entertaining time. It's a great time for music and entertaining and making the place elegant and creating an environment and an aura and a feeling, which is what Libra is good at when it comes to entertaining.
Do you have any Libras in here?
No Libras. No Libras, right? What sign are you?
I'm an Aries.
When's your birthday?
Sagittarius.
Leo.
When is your birthday, Sagittarius?
December 6th. So it's coming up.
That's the Meisner event.
December 6th, we had the Meisner event.
Oh, wow.
100-year anniversary of City of Boca.
Yeah.
How about you, Jada? When's your birthday?
March 25th.
Oh, jeez. Of course she is.
Mine's the 24th.
Oh, really?
His is the 19th.
So you're an Aries too?
Yeah.
You're a Pisces.
We celebrate our birthdays on the same day, the witch's hour.
I mean, she's like me.
The 22nd, we said no.
She's
like
like
me.
you
like
in
you.
the sense of being an Aries and now benefiting from the planets in Libra, but the year makes all the difference.
Yeah, definitely not the same year.
What year were you born?
2005.
03.
What'd you say?
She's like, what? Even
So we have Sagittarius. The moon in Leo is great for Sagittarius, so we have some fire energy. Sagittarius is a great sign. They're creative, they're musical, they're friendly, they're generous, they have a lot of friends. They just have to watch, like Libra has to watch trying to please somebody, Sagittarius has to watch being generous to people who don't deserve it, because they'll be generous, they think they have friends, but when they need something, the friends may not be there. So you have to really temper your generosity and direct it towards people that really deserve it.
I gotta call my sister. She says that to me all the time.
All right, how about you, Leo?
2000.
What? 2000.
2000.
Leo the 2000.
So Leo, moon in Leo, you're getting energized now. Leo is the sign also of entertaining, of generosity. Leo likes to be center stage. Leo is very creative. Leo is very stubborn. So if you're with a Leo and you want to deal with Leo, make it look like it's their idea. And if you are on board with what Leo likes to do, then you'll be great with Leo. And that's another sign of romance and fiery energy.
Fiery.
Interesting.
What sign are you? Oh, like my brother was. Alrighty.
So the Pluto in Aquarius is like you're going through a transformation. You're viewing the world differently. You're looking at the future, and you have a really, really good idea of what people are going to want in the future, what the trends are going to be, and so you can be really successful in business by predicting what people are going to want and gearing your product, your brand to that idea. So that's your talent. The other talent that Aquarius has is they are impersonal. They can put their emotions aside, and they don't like too many emotions. They're intellectual. If you want to be compatible with Aquarius, you have to have an intellectual compatibility. They may not be as affectionate, but they're there in mind and spirit, and in order to connect with them, you have to give them space because they're friendly, they're cosmopolitan, they can relate to all kinds of people, and they need to be able to go, do, and be, and not be fenced in. Same with Sagittarius, they don't want to be fenced in either. So these are two signs that like a lot of personal freedom. So if you want to be in a relationship with them, you have to, in order to get close to them, you have to step back.
It's a whole lot of information.
My sister, Leos, all of that stuff.
All of the good stuff. Helen,
It's
thank
all
you
good.
so much. How do people find you?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook, and I'm also the Cosmic Astrologer on TikTok.
All right, check it out. Helen Archer, Cosmic Astrology Society. The lady is always correct. I guess it's all in the stars and the planets.
Yeah, that too.
A lot of things happening.
Yeah, listen to her because she's right. You know, I used to think that she was a little bit woo woo, but she's actually on point, which is scary because then when she talks, now you listen. It's like E.F. Hutton.
True that.
And sneeze on the truth.
All right. You guys, thanks for staying around. Did you learn anything?
She learned nothing. She says, "Oh,
she's an Aries. She takes it all in.
I
know what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm sure you know.
All about. All right.
It's all the good stuff. I was going to ask Heather
all
to
great.
do a Gen X spot right now, being that.
She has a new commercial we're going to put in the board.
I know, but I wanted to get the latest and greatest because we're going to have this product brought to you by Gen X on October 21st. We're going to try to push something a little bit different. And I like to put her on the spot.
Sounds good.
This is the only way to get back at her is putting her on the spot.
They've been working overtime. Jay's still on board since 10:30 this morning, and
I know.
Sophie's
She
been
needs
on
a break.
audio since the same time.
They need a break.
All right, let's give everyone a lunch break. More to come. Actually not. We'll be back later tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great afternoon.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.